Scarface. In the 1920s, the United States was reeling under the impact of prohibition. The sale of whiskey, wine, and beer was prohibited by law, but there were many willing to break that law. Gangsters took over. Crime flourished. Mobs fought each other for prime territories.
There's no use arguing with this joint. Ziegler runs it himself. Step on it.
And blood flowed in the streets. From hitman.
That was a fine job, Tony. Remember, that's only chicken feed. You stepped into big company.
To gang boss. This is the story of Scarface Tony Camonte, his lust for power, for fancy women.
Don't work too hard.
I just finish up tonight. Now I play a while.
His drive to be number one.
Next time I catch you in a place like that again, I'll kill you.
You're telling me what to do. What I do with fellas is my business.
Starring Paul Muni as Scarface, and Vorak, George Raft, and Karen Morley. The crime scenes in this film are based on events that actually happened.
Don't you know it's Valentine's Day?
Camonte killed Ronaldo. Put up a fight when they tried to take him and hold up on that steel board of his. Get him.
What's the difference? Your fault, my fault. Just so she's here, that's all what matters.
I'm not afraid. I'm like you, Tommy.
That's the way to talk. You're not afraid, huh? Come on, we'll go.
Produced by Howard Hughes. Directed by Howard Hawks. Scarface.
Hey, look at that monkey there. They think they're gonna get Tony Camonte, eh?
Okay, so what do you call yourself? Huh? ¿Cómo se llama?
Antonio Montana. And you? What you call yourself?
Where'd you learn to speak the English, Tony?
In a school. And my father, he was from the United States. Yeah, just like you know. He was a Yankee. He used to take me a lot to the movies, you know. I learned. I watched the guys like Humphrey Bogart, James Cagney. They teach me to talk. I like those guys. I always know one day I'm coming here, United States.
1980, Miami. They called it Little Havana, where the American dream had a price tag, and only one man in a million was hungry enough to pay.
This country, you gotta make the money first. Then when you get the money, you get the power. Then when you get the power, then you get the woman.
Scarface. For one brief moment, the world was his.
That chick he's with, she like me.
You must be kidding.
What you talking about? That's a Cadillac.
How do you know?
The eyes, Chico. They never lie.
Man, that's the boss's lady, okay?
I am the boss. That guy's soft.
I like you, Tony. There is no lying in you.
Here's to the land of opportunity.
We do business together a long time.
I know the street, and I'm making all the right connections.
Remember I told you when you started, the guys who last in this business, the guys who fly straight.
With the right woman, there's no stopping me. I could go right to the top.
The word on the street, Tony, is you're not a small-time punk anymore. Supreme Court says that your privacy can be invaded.
You sweep the house this month?
You're spending a lot of money on this counter surveillance.
We're doing 10 million, 15 million a month. Come on. Now, that's serious money, you know? And your bank boys got to come down a bit.
Who else can you trust? That's why you pay us what you do. You trust us. You're in good hands with us.
Al Pacino is Scarface. He loved the American dream with a vengeance. Al Pacino, Scarface.